Men give women gifts or whatever it is that she likes, that positive reinforcement. Women give men compliments or sex or whatever it is that he likes for that positive reinforcement. And there is nothing wrong with training or learning or understanding your spouse.
Should a husband ever have to train his woman to be a wife?
I say no, you have to learn each other. And when you learn each other, that's when he asks you to be his wife.
Yep.
Yep.
Who answered that?
A ghost.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so Chris.
Short answer, yes, kind of. Especially if there's like cultural differences. Like you have to, if you're going to marry somebody who's not of your culture, you have to teach them, about your culture and how to pass that on to your children. Yeah, I think so. I don't. I feel like the word train is what's going to throw a lot of people off. But in a way, yeah, and I feel like you, as a wife, you kind of train your husband to treat you a certain way with positive reinforcement. It's not necessarily direct. I think it's more direct with men, but yes, short answer, yes, you have to. So they know what you like, what you want, um, because it's going to take both of us and both of our efforts to make this marriage work. So if there are certain things that you like in particular, specific, you definitely have to tell that to your spouse and be clear about it. And when they do it, you're going to thank them and appreciate them, so they keep doing that thing. So over time, yes, you are going to train them.
Yeah, to train them. Okay. Neek. Try it now. Try talking now. You muted yourself, by the way.
I thought I unmuted myself.
There we go. That's it.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Great. I done
First
forgot.
of all, thanks for coming up on the panel.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So what are we talking? Does a man have to train his woman to be a wife?
Does a man have to train a woman to be his wife?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that a man should just really just do and lead by example. Because a lot of times, if I feel like somebody is trying to do those type of things to me, that's just from my point of view, is that I'm going to go the opposite way if I feel like somebody is just trying to, make me do what they want me to do. So training it's not a good word for me. I'm sorry. So my main thing is the man should just be, have a plan, be in his purpose of what he needs to do so he can take care of his family. Now, everybody doesn't know that and everybody doesn't think that's supposed to happen. So sometimes it's hard to see what your purpose is. So, I think that's the main thing, not training her. Be who you are, and then she'll be like, oh, damn, okay, I have to be like that. I think it's all about changing yourself a lot. So not just, trying to force somebody else to do anything. I'm sorry. I went a little
No, listen.
off of it.
I want the deep dive. I want the real talk. But what do you what was the original thing you came up to the panel for, by the
way? He was saying something about how white women seem like they obey or submit or something like that. And I was like, huh? So that was my original reason why I jumped on.
Okay. So what did you want to say?
I wanted to say that I think that that's not true. That is totally untrue, because I know some Black women that just don't know what submission looks like. They may think submission is giving up something. But if you know what I'm saying, if you're not good at something and somebody else is, you should just let them handle that. That's why you became, that's why you got together, But nah, I don't. That's not true. Because I know some white women that would not listen to their husbands and run their husbands. So I don't. That black and white thing is not true. That's what I came up here to say. That what is he talking about? that didn't make sense to me. But he's not here to explain anymore. Oh, there you go. Hey,
What was your question?
I didn't understand why you were saying that white women are. It just seems like they submit more to their partners. Like I don't understand why it has to be like a color on that. It may seem that way, but it's not like that.
Can I just ask where are you based? Like, what's your location? Or
I am in Baltimore, Maryland.
right. So is it predominantly sort of white or black?
Where I'm at now is black, but
so is
I did live in an all-white neighborhood before.
Is it predominantly black or white?
What does where I live at and people?
Because I'm in England, so I'm what I'm trying to say to you is my perspective was from like I'm saying to you, like my viewpoint wasn't a personal perspective. It was from a perspective of my environment. So I'm sort of trying to relate it back to your environment and asking you what your experience is in terms of your environment.
I've lived in a couple of environments.
No, I'm just
so it hasn't been one.
Present. Not like lived in, like just like in terms of now.
Okay, right now I'm predominantly surrounded. I would say black people, but not that much. I would say it's like 70, 30, or 60, 40. It's not that,
I understand. So what I'm saying is I wouldn't say like I'm not taking my past or like anything else. I was just saying like basically to the point that I was making was the people that I'm associated with or I know or I come across or XYZ. Now, those people, right? That's what's going on. So it's not to detract from anything you're saying in any other case. If that makes sense. I don't know.
I did not understand that. So what I'm trying to say is
hold on. Give me a second. From what it sounds like, Simon has a very big demographic of, I'm gonna say predominantly white people around him.
In England, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, he is going to say what he's going to say about black women not being submissive, or because he sees predominantly white women doing that. That's his viewpoint.
Yeah,
but that's not everyone's. But that's not everyone's viewpoint.
Thank you.
That's just it. But go ahead, John.
Just a perspective.
All right, so I've heard American black men say the exact same thing, right?
About black women
and white women, yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm finna piss off everybody. White women do a better job of picking men. Ooh, they don't pick that damn garbage. They walk past it. You fixing to have a resume put together. She ain't bringing that dog home.
So it ain't white people in the ghetto?
Hell yeah, they got them in the trailer park. Even the girl even in the trailer park.
Hold on, Simon.
Even the ones. Hey, listen.
People choose fucked up niggas too.
Yeah, bro. Listen, you can add that opinion all you want.
Putting it on a color.
At the bottom line, white women
putting it on the
pick.
color.
They pick different.
You can't
They don't
put
be lined up talking about some
emotion of how
wait
people
till
act
he
on a
get
color.
off and all this
All
other
colors
stuff.
act
Wait,
the same way.
wait,
Nah,
wait,
We
wait.
all
Hold
got
on.
the same
Hold on,
emotion.
John. Hold on,
You
John.
ain't
Hold on,
dated
John.
not one white
John,
woman.
hold on. John, hold
Not
on.
one.
John, hold on.
What?
Neek, what are you trying to say to him?
I'm trying to say to him that
But after this, you're gonna have to let him go. Okay? I don't want this constant bickering back and forth because no one can really hear. I can't really hear, and definitely the audience can't hear.
Okay.
So I don't want that happening. So I want you guys going one at a time. All right? Neek, you go. After, don't interrupt John. All right? Go. Neek?
Just go ahead, let him go. I'm done. Go let him go.
You're not gonna interrupt him when he starts.
That's why I muted my mic and said let him go.
Nah, ladies first.
No, John, you start it out. Start it out. Don't instigate.
All right, so Neat, that's sis right there, and we get into some good ones one-on-one on the camera, and I know how to trigger, so she gonna get triggered, and I'm gonna make sure I give her a good one so she come on in. White women do a better job of picking men as a whole. I don't care about no 4 or 5 who don't even realize that they white. I don't care about the ones that talking about I don't date no white boys. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who, cause the white men don't even want them. Like Pookie Duke is the only one that wants her. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the women who actually you can bring around and be proud of. Is not fixing to just pick no anything. They do not say they don't. You ain't fixing to be no up in here. Coming straight out of prison, got a whole thing talking about some. He'll get his life together one day. This dude laying on the couch, he gonna get it one day. No, you gonna have to have something now. You ain't even gonna attract her. It's not happening. Especially ones that come from 2-parent households. How many white women come from 1-parent household? Huh? How many white boys you know come from 1-parent household? Huh? So when you don't come from a 1-parent household, you don't look to try to make a 1-parent household where everybody you disagreeing because of emotion. I'm talking about what I see. I'm not talking about that trailer park trash. I'm talking about middle class, just below middle class, that actually live in the neighborhood, got a white daddy to go to work, got a white mama to go to work, then they have kids and they have a white husband who goes to work. They don't just pick anything. They still vet their damn boyfriends through their daddy. We don't. We run out the door. That's become acceptable. Run out the door, get in the car with some dude, talking about some and then going down the street. Nobody's vetting, no brothers involved, nothing. And then you end up with a dude that's garbage. No future, no hopes, no nothing, but you keep excusing it. One day he gonna get up and rise. Sounding like a damn slave for real. That's all I gotta say about it. They just pick better. It ain't that they submissive. They just pick better men that they can be comfortable. If a woman feel like she is in her femininity, she will automatically submit. She's just gonna do it. But if she feel insecure, if she don't feel safe, she's never gonna submit. If she don't trust you, she's never gonna submit. So white women marry men that they trust. They marry men that got jobs. They marry men with futures. So guess what? They submit. I'm done.
Neek?
Oh, it's my turn. I've been holding my breath this whole freaking time.
Wow.
Holding my breath. That's the most
You could be a professional diver if you're holding
idiotic rant I have ever freaking heard in my whole life. Like, look who we have to choose from. Look who we have to choose from. Look how are we choosing from. People like you, maybe you've gotten yourself a little bit together, but I know you wasn't all together when you was young.
Hold on.
A lot of us, Neek, it's a lot of men that's not all together. So look who we have to choose from. You telling me that they pick better men, but look who we have to choose from.
Do you hear me? I want you to attack his argument, not him.
Look who we have to choose from. That's my argument. They pick better men. Look who men. Look what men we have to choose from.
he said everything without ever pointing at you. So if you can do the same thing back, that's all I'm asking.
Look what we have to choose from.
Okay, continue.
You telling me we pick better men? Do we live in middle class neighborhoods? A whole bunch of us do not. Do we live that type of lifestyle? Do we have money? A lot of black people don't. Most black people don't. So look who we have to choose from. Who is protecting us? Who is making us feel safe? None of them. None of y'all. So how you gonna tell us we choosing bad when look who we have to choose from? That's my argument.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go rewind a little bit back to like the training. Yes, I do believe that men have to train their wives, and women also train their husbands. The way you're reinforcing the training is not, they don't call it training. You can call it learning. You can call it understanding. You can put whatever words you want to put on there. Okay, but it's all the same thing. We are learning each other or understanding each other or training each other. And men give women gifts or whatever it is that she likes, that positive reinforcement. Women give men compliments or sex or whatever it is that he likes for that positive reinforcement. And there is nothing wrong with training or learning or understanding your spouse, because that's what you want to do to have a long-lasting relationship. Now, if you're there just for an experience, like Simon said, then there's no need to learn anything. Just go about your life and live how you want, and you'll be very miserable because no one will be trying to compliment the other person. Okay? And then when Ms. Neek said what we have to choose from, I feel that we attract what we are. If the energy you're putting out is, I don't have options, I can't find a good man, there are no good men, we are all poor, that's what you're going to get from the universe. I'm 38. I've yet to meet a man who doesn't want to provide for me. And what's crazy is, it's not necessarily that I feel like that's something I put out. Like if a person asks me what I'm looking for, I don't say I'm looking for a man to take care of me. I just take care of myself. I'm positive. I'm happy. I'm encouraging. I'm helpful. I'm a light. And so men who like to be in the light are attracted to me. Mm-hmm. If you like to live in the darkness, which are the men that Neek were speaking about, who have nothing and want nothing and are going nowhere, you won't want to step into the light of being with me. I did look up, because I was on another podcast that CKQ took me on, and I'm supposed to be on the 20th with Uncle Stu.
I thought it was the 19th.
It's the 20th. He said it was around the 19th. I didn't correct him.
Okay, that's right.
Men don't like to be corrected in public. Not at all. In public. So I try not to do that. But if you actually looked up Black men, half of Black men are earning at middle class and above. And that was in like 2018. So I would think with the explosion of the internet, it could possibly be higher than that.